Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're up for a late live stream and we're actually over on the Lightbearer account. So Ulard is finally up. We have 47, almost 50,000 diamonds that we've saved on our Lightbearer account. Already in chapter 30, which we should be way past this. We have a ton of levels. We've literally just been sitting here waiting for Ulard to come out and he is finally up. Looks very cool to see. Here he is, guys. So the trials are up. I put the guide up for the trials, but there he is, Ulard. So we're actually going to try to summon him. So again, we have 47,000 diamonds. We have 4 select summons, meaning that we can pull at least 2 Elite Plus copies of him. I'm hoping to get a couple more to build him up a little bit, pop out and get his signature item as well. So very cool. Yep, just on here for some, again, late night summons. What's going on to everybody out there? We got Mundo and Soul, GG, Jeremy. We got Apex, Dark Blaine. Dark Blaine, I was just playing with Dark over on Summoner's Glory just a couple minutes ago. And Pen is here as well. So let's go ahead. We'll get into the summons again. We're looking for Ulard. He is the one, or Eluard, however you want to say it. So this team is pretty well built. We already have, look at that, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13 Ascended Heroes on the Lightbearer account. Other than adding stars to these heroes, everybody else is 5 stars. So we're going to drop Eluard or Ulard, that we can go ahead and put him in this list because we have been putting fodder in this list, unfortunately. So let's look at our summons here, guys. Hopefully we are going to get some copies of him. We have 8 Elite Hero Stones. I want to see, I want to see what we can get out of here. And no copies there, but we got another copy of Flora. Very nice. So we got Saurus, which is good. We got a Lightbearer there. We actually got 2, which is good. We need some more food. Double Nemitsu's. We got a copy of Flora. Oden, which is very powerful with the rework. And then Cirrus, who is in need of a rework. All right, very cool with the pulls there. I don't think we have any rare stones. We used all of those up. Look at our summons, guys. Again, we've been saving a lot. We have 100 scrolls, 874 companion points, 49 faction scrolls, and then 47,000 diamonds, which we'll go ahead and pick up, hopefully, some copies of him. And there he is, guys. We popped him in the wish list. Down here, we have Kren in the wish list. We have, we'll drop Respite in the wish list for Lorzin. And we are ready to go. Ulard. I heard L. I heard Al. I've heard it both ways, Kaiser. Eluard. They could just make it easy and call him Al. Maybe we'll call him Al. E-L. All right, so we'll start off with our companion points. We have 8 summons here. Again, hoping to pull some copies and some Lightbearers. Anything that we can get, especially if we pull Lightbearers that we already have at 5 stars. What's going on, Javid? You're supposed to be sleeping. Just talked to you a little bit ago. And there's our first Elite. Wanted to hop on the Lightbearer account, do a couple summons. Got another copy of Drez. If you guys have not seen, Drez is an absolute monster. I repeat, he is an absolute monster when it comes to the Abyssal Expedition. I've been using him on the test server, even at Elite Plus. He is a monster. He was very good. What's going on, Jeremy? Lard. There you go. Al works. Lard works. All right, so we got another Elite. Very nice, which is Pippa. So we're not seeing any Lightbearers yet, but that's okay. Because we have a lot of heroes that we're building here. Adding another copy there to Saurus. Got a ton of ballers on this account. And a little bit more food and a little bit more Lightbearer food, which is exactly what we need here. Yeah, I'm hoping Ascended. Again, we don't have that many diamonds. But as long as we can pull a couple copies, I'm hoping to get him at minimum up to at least Mythic Plus so we can see exactly what he's going to do. We'll beef up his signature item as much as we can. Couple things that are kind of the drawback. This one's going to be pretty short, Javid. Just hopping in here to do summons. So 2 things that a lot of players are saying about Al is he does really well, but the signature item is very costly to invest in. You can only use it once. That's right. Once you use the signature item, the first time it is gone. The same with the 9 of 9 furniture is if you go ahead and get his 9 of 9 furniture, that is single use as well, which again, a lot of players do not use. or do not like, because once you use that ability, that immunity effect ability the first time, then it is gone. He has 2 skills similar to Hendrik. You only get it to use them once, which there's a copy of Iran. I hope we pull some copies of him, guys, short of the desired summons. Yeah, we'll just call him Ed. There we go. So Dusty's just going to call him Ed. We're going really, really old school with Ed. But there is our first copy of Thane. Our first star on Thane, which is good. Got another copy here of Iran. And I think I'm going to buy... I usually go up to about 180. We'll drop a couple diamonds here as we're continuing to build all of these heroes. Now we got room for summons. Yeah. So we got 7 more summons here. All right, guys, there's another elite. Is it finally him? No, it is not. We got Saurus. Saurus is almost completely maxed out at 3 stars now. Couple more rares, 54 scrolls left. And again, we've been banking a lot on this account. Literally, the day that I heard that there was going to be a new Lightbearer hero, I did not do any more summons. We've just been banking where all this came from. Again, another Pippa. So we got double Pippas there. Pippa's almost built too. Add the shield, dude. There you go, Dusty. What's going on, Kevin? Add the shield, dude. Old stone-faced. All right, so we got Shamira again. That's 100 scrolls down. He's not doing too good on the wish list right now. We'll go ahead and swap this over. We have a card on the table. Let's go ahead and we will swap this over to the Lightbearers. 49 scrolls here. Let's see if we can pull some copies of him. At least one, guys. I would absolutely love to see. Yeah, we put up this one very late, Sauce. We're just out here doing a couple summons, hoping that Al is going to come through. Trying to get through chapter 34. Yeah, and there we go, a double. Maybe it is. It is. Thane and Oscar. Oh, they are not liking the new hero very much here, guys. So a couple more there. We have 1 on the table, which we are completely full again. But I think that might even add... That's a lot more food. Boom. Double food there. But no copies. Maybe this is going to be the copy of him. That's what I thought, Apex. You hit it spot on. Got a copy of Belinda. I thought of Destro from G.I. Joe, from old school G.I. Joe. I definitely see that. All right, so we're going to pull a couple copies of him here. We know we have our 4, 6 days for the reset, so we can actually pull our 4 more after the reset, meaning in 6 days we can have him ascended. But I'm hoping that we can get lucky with some pulls here. Because we've got 4 of them available, and I'm hoping we're not going to burn through all of our diamonds. We still do need 1 copy of Taylene, which there's our first copy. Boom, so that unlocks him. There he is, the G.I. Joe himself, Al. Or L, however you want to say it. He looks like a mummy. There you go, too. All right, so we got a brand new Verocity. Right in the channel there. All right, so come on. We need 3 more copies of him, 34,000 diamonds, which we know will be good there. Every 3 pulls in here pulls a copy, but we don't want to burn through that many diamonds. So there is copy number 2, which will take him to Elite Plus. And a double. Bam! There it is, guys. There's our other 2 copies. Very nice. Now we got 27,000, which we could go ahead and do summons, or we could look at doing Stargazers. We could look at doing some Stargazer here. So that will go ahead. Let's see if we can get 1 more. You got Saurus. Yep, got another copy of Saurus, another copy of Oscar, which will add stars onto him. 1 pull here for Taylene. We need 1. We need 1 Taylene copy, and we do not see it. Vulcan can't be the only one with bonkers nickname. Well, Vulcan has the bonker nicknames. I have the pronunciation that absolutely kills me. The pronunciation for a lot of these heroes it is way off, and I do not do it intentionally. But yeah. All right, so we got Belinda here. Belinda is completely maxed out, so we can use her as food. Then we have double. It looks like triple copies there. So we do have copies of Movis. There's Legendary, Legendary Plus. So we're going to build them up a little bit, guys. I don't think we have any food, but we can actually grab these guys as well. There's Elite Plus. All right, so we got him up that much. So there he is at Mythic. That unlocks his signature. That unlocks his signature item. All right, so he is in the wish list. And you know what? Let's swap up his position in here. So a lot of players have said the position in the wish list makes a big difference. So we got copies of Oscar. We got copies of Thane. Let's drop him in. We'll put Thane back in. There we go. All right, so since we have 6 days, we're going to get more diamonds. We'll be able to max them out. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm thinking doing some regular summons. What do you think is going to be the first faction ascended with all 5? So far, I think it's going to be Light Bearers. Light Bearers are very, very close. But then again, Graveborns are very close. As they keep coming out with new heroes, especially because we haven't had many Graveborns. We had Kren, which is a good addition to the Maulers. Then we had Ruspen, which is Wilders. Now we had him. Now I'm not sure if they're going to do a Graveborn hero next. So I'm not sure. I got my three selected and 1 10 pull. Yeah, that's awesome, Javid. All right, so we're just going to see if we can pull. We need food essentially for him so we can get him up a little bit higher. We also do need any more elites that we can pull. There is another single pull. Is it going to be him? It is Kren. An unlock for Kren. Very, very cool. Because remember, these heroes are also still in the heroic ship, meaning that we can go ahead and pull quite a few copies of them and get rewards. Get extra cards, extra rare cards. We can get a lot of rewards out of doing the summons here, which is very, very cool. I've not unlocked the Stargazer kit yet. 50 cards saved. Yeah, I did the same, Kevin. I think I have about 50 cards when I got to the Stargazer too. Just been picking them up. So there is another copy of Damon. Again, not seeing many Light Bearers today. So 5 more there. We got a couple more summons here. I'm not sure. We're not going to get enough food for him, but there's another elite. And then we have 2 left, which is Thane. So we move Thane to his slot. We pull Thane again. Thane's almost maxed out too. Very, very close on this one to both of them being completely maxed out. And our final pull is an elite, which is a copy of Nara. Very nice. We got 1 more card on the table. Maybe we can pull another copy that would make us or require us to have 3 more. It is a copy of Rowan. Oh, we got through the Rowan. When do you get the heroic ship? The heroic ship comes from 10 ascended heroes. So you actually unlock the heroic ship in the Field of Stars. It is actually right here. Unlocks hero growth bundles. 10 ascended heroes. You get them. Kren took straight to 30 SI. Literally my favorite character. I heard Soul Skater. I'm very excited for you to say that. I definitely want to build him as well. Let's go ahead and take a look. So there he is. We'll build out his signature item. So again, the big thing that people have said is, of course, with his signature item, after the first 2 seconds of battle, the farthest forward ally, excluding himself on the battlefield, receives a shield. But that's it. He just gets that shield. That's the only thing. That is why people don't have said in PvP he seems really good. Pretty situational when it comes to the campaign because you're not going to be able to use him multiple use. If you have a battle that goes on a minute and he spent his shield in the first 2 seconds of battle, you're not going to have really much use for him, short of his immunity that he has throughout there. But essentially, a lot of it's going to be kind of spent at that point. But it's yet to see. Because I can see him running really well with Isolde, with Lucretia, with a lot of different heroes. With Cecilia, I can see a lot of different formations that he would do essentially really, really well with for his progression. Yeah, that as well, because he actually comes out with a shield from his abilities. So here again, we'll just try to build him where we can. Not going to be able to pull up any of his furniture yet, but we do have some furniture summons in there too. And they give him haste. Haste, again, is one of the, if the not strongest abilities in the game. Haste is really, really what makes or breaks a team, especially when it comes to PvP. And it looks like we are about 20 chests short, getting him completely maxed out to plus 30. So very, very close for him there. And I'm thinking on here, let's go ahead and we'll put just the mage artifact on him. So we can grab some gear. I'm not sure, let's say off of maybe Rose. Take Rose's gear off. We'll throw it on him. Boom, there he is. Very nice. So he's very, very close. Add with all. Yeah, exactly. And I've heard that, Javid. That sounds like a very, very strong combination. Because remember, Alna has the immunity. She has the haste debuff, as well as Al. If you put him in there as well, it's going to create a really synergized team because he can provide immunity, again, to the frontline heroes. But I could also see him, again, with Damon, with Isolde, giving them the immunity to buy them time to scale, essentially, is what I'm thinking. Is there's going to be a point where you're going to be able to scale this hero and actually let heroes like Cecilia completely max out with her furniture, allowing her to do massive, massive damage at the beginning of the battle and being protected from that shield that he is going to provide to her. Not only does she have mitigation herself, but it seems like with some heroes, it is going to be an absolute monster on how well she's going to. That was the other one, Kaiser, that I seen was Satrena. So Satrena pushes far forward. Titus pushes far forward. You have a lot of heroes that'll go specifically directly onto the enemy side, meaning that he can shield them and he is going to provide immunity throughout the battle, which again seems like it might be very, very broken when it comes, when you do that, Lester, when it comes to actually building them. Is there any speculation about a new hero? No. Monsi, not right now. There hasn't been anything. I haven't heard anything nor seen anything about any of the new heroes, about what's coming up. The only thing we know is going back, they did have the Prince of Persia in there. Nothing ever became of that. So I don't know what the plan is, if it's just dead in the water and they're not going to use it at all, or if they're actually going to bring back essentially the Prince of Persia hero later. We don't know. I was thinking that Apex as well. Craig with the invade support would be very, very cool to see, and how that would work out. Again, especially with Screg going forward, Satrena going forward, with Titus going forward, in a tight-knit group with either Sophia running a support, Nemisu running a support. You could really make some cool combinations with him. Do you think Joker's furniture is terrible compared to a lot of others? Yes, Harry, the 3 of 9 for Joker is really all that you need. The 9 of 9 for him is not needed whatsoever. It really doesn't have that much of an effect other than the crowd control ability. Because the thing to remember, Harry, is when you look at this, is if the heroes is not crowd controlled, if they are not crowd controlled, it doesn't do anything. And that's where it kind of gets tough. Is again, if they're not crowd controlled, if there's no CC ability, it doesn't do anything, which is really, really difficult to deal with because it's a huge investment for it to be kind of minimal. What's going on, FF Machine? Who's my favorite hero? Rowan. I am still sticking tried and true with Rowan. He is a hero that I've absolutely loved from the moment that he was dropped. But let's look at the Oaken, guys. We have 48,000 Poe coins. So we have a ton of Poe coins in here. We'll do up some furniture summons, and then we'll see exactly where we're going to go from there. We have 2 cards on the table. And again, now since we've had Taylene and Taylene is built, almost to Ascended, we're going to go ahead and just literally build these heroes until they are maxed out 9 of 9, which is what we want to. What is the best choice for the expedition, casual or honorable? Juan, that is really dependent on you. So the big thing that we look at, and the way that I really look at it when it comes to the Abyssal Expedition, is if you're going to play honorable, you need to put probably 2 or 3 logins per day, Juan, to make sure that you're staying relevant within the Abyssal Expedition, that you're not getting left behind. If you're a player that logs in maybe once a day or takes it easy, definitely go the casual route. The honorable route, especially putting diamonds up for the actual Abyssal Expedition, you're going to put more time and effort into it because you want the rewards when it comes to Duke and Prince. If you don't, again, it would be, you'd throw away 3,000 diamonds if you're not willing to put in the effort. So again, if you really have enough time, Juan, to put into the game that you're going to go through the Abyssal Expedition and really give it your all, it takes roughly 2 to 3 logons, because if you get left behind, you're literally going to spend all of your stamina trying to catch up to where the raid is, and you don't want to get dropped behind. I'm low in gold right now, and I don't know where to spend gold. Honestly, I wait for a little bit of the emblems in the shop. So we've actually been going back and forth with the gold, is leveling up a little bit, buying emblems every now and then. I've slowed down, Monty, a lot on the emblems just because of the amount of gold that it costs. It's very expensive when it comes to buying the emblems out of the shop. And I get burned out buying them here because I buy the Poe coins as well. I buy the essence as well. But essentially, if you're getting burned out on the emblems, go for the levels over the emblems. You being on a higher level is going to be a lot more beneficial than you having the emblems. So I would go that route, Monty, with definitely going through there. I decided to do honorable this time around. I feel my heroes are pretty well equipped. Tired of people signing up for casual. And that's the big other thing, Will, is a lot of people will go casual. They might gain 1, 2, maybe even 3 ranks in there, and then they'll quit. And then they don't play anymore, which doesn't even make sense that they wouldn't play anymore, but they'll literally drop. What does Rowan get from his furniture? He gets a heal over time, Raphael. So he gets it's like a 1.5% over 10 seconds. And the 9 of 9 is a 1.75, I believe, over 15 seconds. So he gets a really decent buff with the 3. 9 of 9 isn't needed. Not at all. Do I think Wukong is good? Wukong is good. Wukong we just built on my pay to win account. We have him built. We have a signature item built. He is very good in PvP. In the campaign as well. If you can get him to alt, so there we go. We got a copy of Gwen there. If you can get Wukong to alt, he's very strong. If you don't get him to alt, if he dies before he alts, he's absolutely nothing. But what I've noticed though is I've actually paired Alna with Wukong in the front line. Alna is maxed out, makes Wukong's survivability higher, and with the haste debuff that he brings, so it's pretty good. It's a pretty solid combination. You send a hero to legendary while Abyssal Expedition is occurring. Can you use it in the garrison? Yes, you can. Yep, it will add them in there. It will add the heroes in there. All right, so we got a mythic piece there, which is Rigby. Everybody still wants to see Rigby maxed out. We are very close to getting him maxed out. Just need furniture. Already have the signature item built. Just need a little bit more furniture there, and we will be able to completely max him out. Yep, unfortunately, Brian, you did. There's a second piece. There we go, second piece for Gwen. So I believe that is almost going to max out Gwen as well, which is good because we can use our red cards on the table, guys. That's what they are there for, to max out heroes. So Gwen might actually be the next one. I use Wukong as a tank for the first seconds. And yeah, LeBlaze, and I was doing the same. That's where I've used him. Boom, another piece for Gwen. We might have to drop Gwen out now, which we still have 16,000 left. Let's go ahead and equip these guys up. Let's see where we're sitting now. Wish list. We have 8 for Gwen, so you know what? We're going to go ahead and pop one of these because I figured she was really close to being completely maxed out there. So we use one of our order forms. Boom. And that will go ahead and that will max her out. So there, Gwen is maxed out on this account now, plus 30 signature item, 9 of 9 furniture, so we can actually drop her out of here. And who do we have left, guys? We have Fawkes, we have Lucius, and we have Fawkes, and we have Lucius. So you know what? Let's go with I'm going to go with Lucius right now just because we do use him, and we do use him quite a bit in the formations. Falks, we'll build. We'll build all of them pretty soon, but we'll definitely go there. Is Arthur still a free-to-play priority? Yes, Arthur absolutely is a free-to-play priority. Very, very, very important hero. Are purple furnitures worth auto-recycle? Yeah, the purple furnitures you'll replace essentially over time with your legendary furniture. I just replaced them earlier. They bring a little bit of stat, but not enough to really make a big difference. Halfway through chapter 33 without a single ascended celestial or hypogen. That's good, mailman. There's a couple free to plays that are really, really far, which here we got a Strilda's piece. There's a couple free to play players that are really far in the campaign. Chapter 33, chapter 34, without using any celestials or hypogens. It just really focuses your build on other heroes, which is very, very cool. Rowan's furniture, the 3 of 9 is good. The 9 of 9 is not needed by any means. We built them on here just because, again, this is the account we're building all of our Lightbearer heroes up to the max to see exactly where they're going to be. So here we have 6, so we can do 7, 8, 9, and I'm going to do it, guys. Guys, you might want to look away for a minute. You might just want to take a break. We're going to go ahead and I am going to max out Mr. Rigby because nobody likes him, but I want to see him completely maxed out with his furniture. 1, 2, and 3. Boom. So let's go ahead and throw those on him. Oh, and there he is, guys. The 9 of 9 Rigby. I want to check him out. Check him out. Really cool. Really, really cool. There he is, guys. Once the frenzy has sacked it 3 times, the ally immediately recovers a value of health equal to 35% of Rigby's max health. There we go. So he is. I know that's why I warned you. Good night, Kevin. That's why I warned you. I told you I wanted to max out Rigby. A lot of people have asked about the max out Rigby. Boom, guys, there he is. So we'll drop Falks in there. And just a couple more. That's all we have. This is every Lightbearer that does not have 9 of 9 furniture in here. Every other one is completely done or completely in here with 9 of 9. We have Rowan, we have Gwen, we have Rigby, we have Cecilia, all maxed out with 9 of 9 furniture. So we're gonna have to see that. I have 60k lab corns, already bought a piece of Arthur. Is it worth resetting the lab store with 25 days left? Honestly, Monsi, it is, because if you have 25 days full left, you're gonna stack up more than enough lab coins. I did the exact same thing that you are talking about. I reset the Labyrinth itself to go ahead and pick up a second copy of Arthur. And we did it really early on the pay to win account because I wanted to pick him up. That's exactly what I wanted to do. And it's because 25 days, you're going to stack a ton of lab coins. But in 25 days, you're going to end up doing the exact same thing. It'll hit your 30-day refresh. You'll buy the copy of Arthur. Then you're going to want to reset it again because now you have 30 days for the reset. So just go ahead and do it now, or you're going to do it later. Depending how many copies of him you have, you're going to do it both ways. So essentially here, we've still been just leveling up our trees, which is good. We got him pretty well built. Didn't pull any of his furniture. Didn't pull any genuine copies of him, guys. So we didn't get any. What's going on, Rowan? From Indonesia. Oh, you're absolutely welcome. I love doing the guides. Love AFK Arena. Even though I started playing Summoner's Glory, AFK Arena is still the primary focus. I absolutely love it. Rock that shirt that says, yeah, that's what I need. That's what I need. You are right on. Say, I 9 of 9 Rigby. And there it is, guys. It's so funny to see. But again, when we've seen the earlier videos, he is very, very strong. He is very, very tough to kill when he scales. I think a lot of players just do not like how he looks. I think if he was an awesome looking hero, if they put a skin on him, if they changed up how he looked, a lot of people would use Rigby if they gave him a really cool skin. I would love to see him here with a Santa Claus skin. It would be so funny to see him in a skin like a Santa Claus skin. I would just absolutely die every single time I used him. Who would you recommend grabbing first, Rose or Gwen? I know Gwen is considered really good. I feel like I need more support. Honestly, if you need more support, Rose and Gwen are both really good. Rose and Gwen are two heroes. You are going to eventually build both of them. You need both of them, especially when it comes to the Twisted Realm. A couple other things, not so much anymore, but Rose still does really, really good. But Gwen does as well. So as long as you have a main damage that you're carrying, they will do really good. Can we see Rigby in action? Yeah, it's going to be an absolute just show when it comes to Rigby, because I am way, way, way over leveled in here for where we're at. So here we'll drop out Hendrik. You know what? Let's go in. We'll go with Ulard in there. We have Cecilia in here, so that's who he's going to buff. And then we'll go ahead and we'll drop in. There he is, guys. Look at our rating. Look at our levels. We'll slow it down and see. So boom, there she is. There's the shield. So Al casts the shield right on Cecilia, which is exactly what we wanted her to do. Boom, there's the ultimate ability. And Rigby buffed Al down here. So Rigby actually buffed Al, as you can see, the three little tavern mugs that are above here. There's his little ultimate ability, catching people on fire. Falling Sun is probably going to take him out. Didn't even damage him. Look at that. Saint Fanny Claus. That's pretty funny. So we lost Cecilia early, but there's the immunity. So actually, Ulard or Al is putting the immunity on Rigby. There's Rigby. Boom, there's the ultimate. And again, for him being a mage, super disappointed with the damage that he does. So he really doesn't do much damage as a mage. I consider him more along the lines of Lorzen, honestly, when I see him, than I would any other hero. That's kind of what he really makes it similar. And also, he is losing a ton of damage because of his focus. So when he focuses that immunity, he really doesn't do anything but sit and focus. 37 million there, 46 million there. And that's it. He just literally sits and focuses that ability with the immunity, which is not too bad. I mean, again, I see him being very, very useful in a couple of teams and a couple of very, very specific teams. I think we have fully geared out there. And I know we were running them with no gear. Let's see how Cecilia looks with gear here. Boom, pops up here. There's the shield. Throws up the mitigation circle. We got a double shield there from Lucius up here, which Kaz just destroys. If you guys fight Kaz in the campaign, Kaz is a monster to deal with. Who is better, Damon or Gwen? Yes, definitely Damon. Who is stronger, Druff or Rigby? Sauce God, I think they're probably about the same level. I would say between both of them, I'd probably put them on the same level. Druff might edge him out just by a little bit, but Rigby has the stun ability. I'm not sure our Druff really brings much stun ability, but Rigby does. And there he goes. He goes down, guys. Rigby went down 86 million damage there, but he is completely maxed out, which is awesome. Awesome for the Lightbearers. We knew it was going to happen eventually, and a lot of people wanted to see him. So I'm going to go ahead a little bit later. We're going to get these guys all ready for the campaign push. I'm sure once we build a team, we can go through a ton of the campaign. We did the campaign push with the Maulers. We pushed all the way to the end of 31. So these heroes are still in 30. Again, I do a lot of summons on these accounts. We do a lot of savings on these accounts. Really haven't done too much of the campaign since we've been building heroes. So they've just been kind of hanging out, really. Yeah, Damon is very, very strong. Which support hero was suitable for the new exclusive artifact? So with the new artifact, if you guys have not seen, so some of the support heroes, like I think honestly, Taylene would be really, really good with it because she is completely frontline with the support artifact, meaning that the damage is going to bounce off the enemy, bounce off her because she is going to be frontline. It is going to give her a haste boost. But again, we're going to have to see exactly where it plays out because for most team comps, Taylene is required to be the damage. I could see this working really, really well on heroes like Mortis, where Mortis really doesn't have much of an artifact and can be burnt out really quick. But Mortis, this could give a really, really strong buff every time he uses ultimate ability and also provide haste to other teams, which again could be very, very good. Is Hippo Shack doing AE? We might D. I want to try. I am definitely going to try on the Hippo Shack. I don't know how many players can get into it. That's one thing. I don't know how many people are going to be able to get into it. There might be an issue there with the levels or the campaign chapters, the progression. But I will definitely try it because we're right at the point where we can. But I'm also kind of worried because with it being free to play, I know it's not going to be effective in the campaign. So I might just enroll casual D and go from there. That's essentially what we might have to do at that point. So guys, that is the summons. We got him built up a little bit, just need a little bit more food. Once we see the reset, so once we reset the desired summons, we are actually going to be able to max him out. I can pull the last 4 copies out of there that I need. We need a little bit of food, which we got some. Most of the light bearers that we pull in here, Rowan is food. Pretty much everyone in the top 2 rows, short of Estrella, are food. So when we pull more light bearers, which we will be able to max him out. So very, very cool to do the summons, guys, to see him. What's going on? Batenem? Yeah, I definitely want to. We just need 20 more chests, which we'll get probably out of those summons. And he will be max out. We'll get him all the way up to Ascended, which we can actually grab quite a few of our rewards out of here. Because remember, we got the merchant ship, but we got the heroic ship. There we go. So we got 9 more light bearers there, which is good. A little bit more free gear. Guys, free gear. You can't pass this up. As we know from some of the events, this is one of the most expensive items that was in the events is free gear. And there we get free gear. It's not your choice gear, but it is still free gear, which is very, very cool. And I definitely want to test him out and see exactly where he is going to work. So we'll take a few more questions here. I've not done the uninstalling. Yeah, Stanley, you might have to restart it. If it is completely crashed like that, it might be stuck. So I was copying formations for Twisted Realm Arden. Some reason with the exact same setup, I use Mortis. The big thing with that Poa is it's random. It is a lot of RNG when it comes to the Twisted Realm. There is still a ton of RNG, especially if you're using Grez. Some of the players that are in the top have run it 20, 30, 40 times before they get the one time for the RNG that it is very, very high. Just because, again, it is super RNG, honestly, on that. And unfortunately, it is just RNG when it comes to it. Last question, who are the top 3 light bearers? Light bearers, I would 100% Rowan. Rowan is definitely number 1 out of the light bearers. Out of here, I would either go, probably Ulard or Al is a little bit too early to call exactly. It seems like he is going to be absolutely amazing. I would go Gwen and Cecilia. Cecilia with her furniture, double alts. Super, super powerful, absolute monster. And also with Gwen. Gwen with Arthur, especially being completely maxed out with furniture, does an insane amount of damage very, very quick. Plus, she has a crowd control ability with her arrows. Very, very, very strong. Rose, again, sometimes she gets kind of phased out. As you start pushing, she's dropped out a lot of the Twisted Realm formation comps. She used to follow Saurus. Now that Grez has made such an appearance, most of the time you don't use her anymore, but definitely Cecilia and Gwen are super strong. Thane and Oscar still kind of back row. Not really anyone uses them. Falks has simply been replaced, short of his crowd control, by a lot of other heroes that are in there. Yep, Rowan, Rose, Gwen, Cecilia are really the four main ones. And yeah, I would even drop probably Rose out of that depending on your team comp. So guys, that will do it for tonight. Just a short stream tonight, but we did the summons tonight. If you want me to do viewer summons, I am definitely open to doing viewer summons for you guys. Please hit me up at furryhippogaming@gmail.com. I love doing viewer summons as well. So if you have accounts out there and you're building up your diamonds, your scrolls, your summon scrolls, let me do some of the summons for you. I would absolutely love to do it. So guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Shoot a message over to furryhippogaming@gmail.com and we will check it out. I will get those viewer summons done for you ASAP. I just wanted to hop on here because I have been waiting. Just like I said in the beginning, guys, I have been waiting for Ulard for a significant amount of time. The day that there was a rumor he was going to be released, I quit spending everything on the Lightbearer account. Literally, the Lightbearers have been sitting here waiting for him, and we're just a little bit shy on the signature item, which will get done. A couple more copies, we will have him done. He will be completely ascended and maxed out, which is what we were looking for. So again, guys, if you want me to do summons, furryhippogaming@gmail.com. Hit me up there. I'll do some summons. Thank you guys for joining me for the summons. Writing from Turkey. Well, hello from Turkey, guys. Want to play around on my account with a ton of max heroes. Yeah, I will, Soldier Boy. Probably not tonight, but definitely we'll set something up that I can check out some of the max heroes and see exactly how they are. So again, very stoked to see how Al is going to do. Want to see which formations he's really going to shine. In my mind, I have a couple formations that I can really see him doing phenomenal with, but I want to test him out. I want to try him. We will push with him in the Lightbearer account. Just got to set aside some time to go through the campaign and make a ton of progression. Also with the patch, guys, there was a massive nerf to the campaign today. So as you're getting through chapter 34, 35, they did a nerf to the campaign. I actually looked a little bit earlier. Some of the heroes that were 5 stars are now 3 stars. So they've definitely downgraded a lot in Team 4 and Team 5 to further make it easier to go through the campaign. So again, guys, thank you guys for joining me for the stream tonight. Very, very last minute. I do apologize for that, but I've been waiting for the Lightbearers to come up. If you haven't done his trial yet, the guide is up already. I put it up as soon as he came out. That way you could run through the trial. It's very, very easy. Make sure you get your Elite Stone out of there. A lot of people have been pulling Celestials and Hypogean heroes out of those Elite Stones, which is very, very cool. So again, guys, thank you guys for joining me tonight. Be safe out there. Have a good night. And as always, thank you guys for watching.